I hate him so much, yeah, that even though he's good that he's at Man United, that I don't want him to be there. No.
Right, you see?
He needs to go. Like I hate you guys here. I hate Man United, but he's so bad and he's so terrible for football.
That even reminds me, yeah. Even Ben White should have been playing instead of him.
Oh my days, bro.
Bro,
That's how bad.
I would go back here and get Titus Bramble retirement and say come and play instead of Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bro, listen, Phil Jones is clear. I don't care. Phil Jones is
Phil
clear.
Jones was a
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Nights of the Round Table Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy ST in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all good, man. It's been a while. Welcome back. You know, we've had a little break. You know, we're back.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I can't lie, bro. I think it's been about 3 weeks. People, anyone that watched Fight Talk a couple of weeks back, ST, Tooth and I, this is not a drill. It's not an illusion. I am here. I am on sabbatical, but it's one of them ones where I'm going to pop in and out every now and again, but the man will be running it. They will still be running it. I will be disappearing and reappearing every so often, but I couldn't miss this weekend. It's a massive weekend in terms of football. So we're going to get into it. We're going to dissect and divulge and just talk everything football because Footy Chat is back. We are looking forward to this weekend, some big games, and ST and I will be going through it. Truth should be jumping on as well. So it's going to be good to see the truth, hear from the truth, and hear what he has to say. But as usual, people, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. And I say all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. ST, before we get into this weekend, obviously, the main reason why we haven't been on people has been international break. And we don't really care about it. It's probably the worst time when we're doing this that international break takes place. Obviously, I know ST Ghana played in a couple of internationals, obviously preparing for the World Cup. Everyone was the last internationals before the World Cup, thank the Lord. So it's going to be from now till November. It's going to be nothing but club football. But ST, before we get into the Premier League and what's taken place, bruv, I think we need to address. I know you and I had a poddy over the summer after the Nations League, and we spoke about England and we spoke about Bottlegate, and he doesn't fail to disappoint because obviously over the past couple of weeks, England played Italy, lost 1-0, had a 3-3 draw against Germany just before the World Cup. He's been, I think, what is it? He hasn't won in 6. He hasn't won in 6 games. Yeah. ST, bro, we said it in June, I think it was. Are we still saying it now? Is it Bottlegate out? Should he be sacked? Talk to me, bro.
I mean, he should be sacked. I mean, whether they're going to do it is a completely different thing. They're not going to do it. It's too close to a World Cup. Southgate is quite, you know what? He said that he was going to pick players on form. He hasn't done that. So we don't know why Shaw and Maguire are in the squad, why Mount's in the squad, why certain other people in the squad. He has his favourites, but he's not willing to accept that he has his favourites. Because people like Tomori, Jaden should really be in the squad. Tony should have got a game. Tomori should have started. Tammy should have been there. You know, so it's clear to see he has his favourites and who he trusts. But 6 games, you know, it's not working, and he's not willing to change it. And this England team is kind of like embodies him, if you understand what I mean.
Mm.
They did play well for 20 minutes against Germany.
Mm.
However, they were down, and they should have really been out of the game. You know what I mean? And yeah, he picks the wrong tactics. He's very negative. He's not getting the best out of his players, if you understand what I mean. The wrong players are being put on the pitch. The right players are being left behind. There doesn't seem to be a system in place where everybody else is thriving, and some people are just undroppable. And it's showing the squad, like, you can be as bad as you want. You don't have to play for your club. You don't have to actually perform to your highest ability. You don't have to be doing anything, but you'll still be a guaranteed starter. And I don't think that's fair on some of these other players that have not benefited. Like, what's the difference? I mean, England technically were relegated when they lost to Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could have easily played all his fringe players and had a look at who he wanted to start from the World Cup, which kind of suggests to me that I think he's got his players that he wants to play in the World Cup, and that certain other players that weren't chosen are not going to go. And I think that's completely wrong. For me, I wish he'd go. Like, if I was an England fan and seeing what's I'm looking at, nothing. He has to go probably now or after the World Cup. It will most likely be after the World Cup, because I don't honestly see England doing well in this World Cup. I think they've regressed. I think that teams have now worked out how to play them, and honestly, yeah, that's all I can say about England, really, and Southgate.
Listen, you've summed it up quite well. Obviously, you mentioned the regression, you mentioned the negative tactics, you mentioned the favourites. Bro, look, this guy has been a fraud for a very, very long time. And I think it is typical of the English media and typical of England fans to want to give this guy a chance because he's English. Because when it was Fabio Capello, it was like, get him out. When it was Sven-Göran Eriksson, it was like, get him out. And obviously everyone reverts back to the same old, he got us to the semi-final in the World Cup and he got us to the Euros final as well. And I'm just like, are those trophies? Are those achievements that you should be proud of? Like, yes, getting to a semi-final and final, considering the expectations of England, is very good, but those aren't achievements. That's just you getting to a period, a certain stage in a competition. Achievement is winning it. That's the achievement, winning it. And we can talk about, obviously, who they played. They didn't really play anybody. Obviously, I think in the World Cup, it's Colombia on penalties, obviously losing to Croatia, where Croatia dominated the midfield, right? Fast forward to the Euros, they play Italy in the final. What happens? Italy dominate the midfield. So it's the same mistakes happening over and over and over again. Then we get to the Nations League, where you get beat up by Hungary, home and away, right? You lose to Italy away, where Italy again dominated the midfield. Italy not even having, I don't even think that was Italy's first 11.
No.
I don't even think it was their first 11. And then obviously the Germany are probably in the same position that England in terms of not being as good as what they should be. So when you put all of these things together, it's just like, come on, really? And then you tied that in with the fact that Bottlegate then decides that in a dead rubber game, he still plays his 11 that he, instead of bringing in Ivan Toney. What's the point of bringing in Ivan the Terrible for no reason? Tammy, Tomori, do you know what I mean? As much as he is so crap, you had Trent, you could have played him. Played him. I'm just like, bro, this guy is he's a disgrace. We'll get.
If this is Southgate, is this a Southgate and England, man?
Yeah. You want to join us?
Fam, they might kick me out of Wembley if I say too much.
Bro, yeah. You ain't going to have a job after this.
But Fam, I've been calling for it around the stadium, and apparently he's been looking for me. Man's put out a hit at me at Wembley. Oh man, I was watching that game. I just, not even the game. As I said from the get go, when I saw that team picked, I knew what time it was. When I saw 11 defenders and people like Sancho and Marcus Edwards omitted, and people like Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, I knew what time it was, fam. He's finished. He's finished. All we're doing now is a slow bleed. It's just going to be a traditional England World Cup where they're gonna struggle through the group, maybe face a team that can ball in the last 16 or quarterfinal. I can't remember if they go to the last 16 or quarterfinal, and they're gonna go up. I'll be surprised if they reach past the quarterfinals. Not with Southgate there.
Agreed.
I will be surprised if they reach past the quarterfinals. I am not even.
Agree. No, I agree.
And this is coming from someone that not supported him, but I gave him an allowance because he did get to a semi, he did to get to a final, but there's only so much that you could ignore. Like, he did get lucky, but this for me takes the cake. If it was up to me, I would sack him before the World Cup. I would sack him.
Listen, I think a lot of people are calling for him to be. We were calling for him to be sacked after Junior Nations League. I've been calling for him to be sacked. Actually, no, sorry. That's me, the football guy, calling for him to get sacked. Me being me, blood, he can stay for as long as he wants.
Yeah.
Because the longer he stays,
England
I know England aren't winning anything. So
right.
it doesn't bother me. Like, and this is the thing for me, is that where Bottlegate is, and it's just a failure. It's just failure written over it. Relegated as a player, relegated as a manager. How do you get relegated as an international manager? Like, do you know how difficult that is? I know the Nation League is new. I know it's new and all that, but you got relegated in the Nations League, bruv, a competition that no one really cares about. And you can say, oh, well, we had Germany and Italy in our group. You had Hungary.
In a group with Italy and Hungary. Are you kidding me?
Hungary.
And
Italy,
Germany are not the same team. And Germany are not
the same
good.
team.
And Germany are not the good team. They're not good.
Listen, he's the only manager to have done it. He's special. Listen, you know when Maureen called Wenger the specialist in failure? No, that's Bottlegate. Bottlegate is the specialist in failure, bruv, and he's proven it here and now. And I hate that people are trying to defend this guy. I hate it, bruv. Like, all these, and it's living off past glories. Yes, he got us to a semi-final and a final. I understand this getting England further, but it's not a trophy. It's not a trophy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People like, he got to a final, semi-final. I'm like, do we realize that this is not a league? This is not something where you finish second after a long season and you can see improvement after you finish fifth the season before. This is a knockout tournament. You either win or you die.
You don't. And also,
that's it.
People need to understand the level of teams that he was playing to these wins. Like, for example, I think TJ went through it. Like, in the World Cup, the only good team they played, they lost. Croatia. In the Euros.
And in the World Cup as well, sorry, ST. And in the World Cup, both games against Belgium, they lost.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they did. They did. Exactly.
Was in the group for the World Cup, do you remember?
It was Belgium,
Panama.
Panama, and was it Switzerland? No, Wales is in this one. I think it was Belgium, Panama, and Switzerland, or something like that. And then they played Colombia and then Sweden.
And then they lost to Croatia.
And then lost to Croatia.
Did they have Tunisia at all?
It was Tunisia.
It could have been Tunisia.
It's Tunisia.
It could have been Tunisia.
They didn't have a strong group.
Yes.
And then when you go to the Euros as well, they played the Germany side, who I think are not good at the moment. They're not good.
They're not. They're not.
They played a decent Denmark
side.
They had a decent Denmark side.
But then really, you can expect.
Look at the players, player for player. No. Player for player.
But it's still decent. Like, this Denmark side is beating France right now.
In that Denmark side, who gets in that England team apart from maybe Christian Eriksen? Maybe. I would even.
Damsgaard is better. I think Damsgaard, I rate him. And the right back.
Over who?
Well, Kasper gets in over them goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Kasper Schmeichel, nah.
Yeah, he gets in. Over Pickford and Pope. Obviously,
I agree.
Ramsdale
I
doesn't
like
get a
Pope.
chance.
Nah, Pope made a mistake.
No. I'm not even
did.
dissing Pope because I think, bro, I don't
Yeah.
think Jordan Pickford should be playing for England. I'd take either Ramsdale or Pope. But
I don't think
I
Pope's
still
a bad
think
keeper.
Casper gets in the head of them
Yeah.
two. But yeah, and then what's it name? And then they played what? And then they lost to Italy in the final.
Yeah, exactly.
And both times both times it was because the midfields took over. Croatia, Modric and them man took over. Italy,
And
Jorginho
Verratti,
took over.
Jorginho, Verratti.
Yeah, exactly.
Verratti.
And then you play Italy in the Nations League, bruv, with a 65-year-old Bonucci assisting man like Luciano. I don't even know who the guy was that scored the goal. Like, it's mad. It's
Was
mad.
it Skamaka?
Nah, it wasn't Skamaka. It was someone else. This is how bad it is. We can't even say.
I swear that they didn't even score against Italy.
No.
Nah, they didn't. They didn't score against Italy. They didn't score against Hungary. No. Yeah. It was a penalty against Germany, and then the 3 goals against Germany and the 3-3. That was it. This is what I'm saying. And listen, we've got to address. Oh my Lord, bro! Even on IG, like, it was getting an argument with some random guy, bro, trying to defend that friggin' fridge on toes. What? Bro, listen. Imagine this guy. Listen, and people go back to the videos. I told people this. When Ten Hag drops that fridge, you're going to see the media come out and defend him. Everyone's going to be defending him, saying this, that, and the other. The only thing that hasn't, the only reason why things haven't gotten on for Ten Hag is because we're winning. Yeah. Anyhow, we were losing. Yeah, it's a different story. But imagine this guy hasn't played no football. I think he played the first 2 games that he played for us. We lost. Conceded 2 against Brighton. He's conceded 6 goals. We drop him, we're winning. Yeah, this guy then has the audacity to come out and chat shit, saying that if he played for Man City, he would be balling. If Ruben Diaz played for United, he wouldn't be able to do anything. It's David De Gea's fault. Man. He hasn't had any pace around it. No. Listen, imagine this guy's played with Linda, who obviously is technically better than him. He's played with Twanzebe. I know he's a young guy, but he's got legs. Better. Eric Bailly, who is quick. Yeah, that and obviously tenacious. Better than him. Martinez, he's played with, and he's played with Varane, bruv. And yet this still isn't Harry Maguire's fault that he's crap.
Yeah.
All those defenders are different in their own way. And you still can't play. You still can't play. So basically what you're telling me is, you need to go in a time machine and get prime Maldini for you to be able to play. And even then it wouldn't work. So but this is what I'm saying. And then so he chats the chat, gets his people to come out. Yeah, we're saying this, Harry Maguire. I've been let down by the club. What the Ross does that Batio go and do? Yeah, the first goal. Who's he blaming for the first goal? Someone tell me, please. Someone tell me who he's blaming. What is it? Eric Dyer's fault?
Both goals, bro.
Is it Eric? No, is it Eric Dyer's fault for giving him the ball? Is it Pope's fault?
Have you ever seen a defender make 2 mistakes leading the goal? Man gives the ball away, and then he said, "Nah, I'm not done." He's like, "Nah, I'm not done. Let me land."
Man thought he was he thought he was a number 10 in the second goal.
Sorry, for the first goal, he done 3 mistakes because he gave the ball away. Then he got done. Like, if you got done, let the guy through. Let him go and try and score. Yeah. Nah, he said, no. I'm not having it. he said, nah, Musiala, I'm taking your legs away. Bam, legs gone away.
And then the man had the audacity to put his hands up and say, I didn't touch him. And then luckily in this era where everyone's going at VAR, we had VAR because I screamed penalty straight away. I was like, penalty. Do you know what it is? It's not even a thing where I say, dive, bro. I know that jackass gave away that penalty, bro, because he's so rubbish, fam. Yeah. He's so rubbish, fam. Bro, he's and then man said, you know what? I'm going to try and make up for it. I'm going to be a hero. Captain Britain on his chest, bro. Man said number 10, rolling back the bro. He said Ronaldinho settings, bro. That's what he said.
But the thing is, he has so much. He did well for a little bit. He had so much opportunity to pass the ball. I said, as soon as I lost the ball, I said, yeah, we're finished. I said, it's finished.
Listen, this guy is the biggest criminal in football. And I see like Gabriel Bonglahor saying we need to cut him some slack.
Yeah.
Darren Bent coming out and saying he's the best centre-back at Manchester United. People saying saying that England, he never lets England down. So what did he do against Germany? Like what? Like is that not letting them down? People are gonna say it's a dead rubber, but it's still, bruv. Like the guy, bruv. Listen, oh my days. Like I don't know this guy from nowhere, bruv. But I hate him. I hate him because there's no accountability from him. It's always somebody else's fault. It's not that he's crap. It's not that his head's so heavy that he can't function. It's the fact that it is always someone else's fault, bruv. And all hail Eric Ten Hag for dropping this clown, bruv. Amen. For dropping him, putting him on the bench where he belongs. And listen, United board, get this guy's name on the transfer list. ST, we know it's not going to happen, but get his name on the transfer list because the quicker this guy is out and going back down to the National League where he belongs, the better it is for everybody else, fam.
Bro, don't insult the National League. We played at that level, bro. He's dead, fam. He's dead. He's dead. Bro. He's dead, bro.
He's so bad, yeah. He's so bad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate footballers. Like I hated Drogba because he used to bang against us, but I admired him. I respected him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never hated a footballer.
Maybe one. Another
Harry.
Chelsea player.
Who?
Another Chelsea player.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it's fine.
A centre back.
Who?
Chelsea centre back.
John Terry.
Come on. Yeah.
No, I don't look. John Terry was a baller. Like I hate him.
But you think, and that's the thing for me. I think I said it to the missus the other day. I was like, as much as I hate John Terry, bruv, because of how he is, bruv, at least he could play.
Yeah,
at least he could play. At least he could play.
Maguire, like John Terry had a great crossfield ball with his left foot somehow. So he had taken.
Oh yeah, and he could defend. He could defend.
He was a good captain. Yeah, but this guy, I hate him so much. Yeah, that even though he's good that he's at Man United, that I don't want him to be there.
Right, you see?
He needs to go. Like I hate you guys here. I hate Man United, but he's so bad and he's so.
Oh, that even reminds me, yeah. Even Ben White should have been playing instead of him.
Oh my days, bro.
That's how bad.
I would go back here and get Titus Bramble retirement and say come and play instead of Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bro, listen. Phil Jones is clear. I don't care. Phil Jones is clear.
Phil Jones was a good defender back in the day.
Phil Jones is clear. Imagine. Bruv, listen. People, we don't want to waste too much. We already listen. I don't think people actually understand how bad this guy is, and I think the irritating thing and the most frustrating thing for us is that the media are defending this guy. Like, bruv, I don't know what he has on people, how he gets this defense.
Like, we have to be careful because the way everyone's protecting this guy, like he must either have ties to the royal family, he knows some mafia, he must know the freaking Yakuza, he must know
he knows everybody.
Bruv, he must know. Bruv, listen, because like I don't get it. I honestly don't get. I don't get how we can sit here and watch a guy be so rubbish, and yet no one wants to come out and say this guy is rubbish, bro. Mm-hmm. But
I'll tell you the two worst defenders that I've seen on YouTube. Mustafi, Titus Bramble, and you could probably get your Sigan or somewhere in there.
Mm.
I don't even think Mustafi and them is that bad compared to this level.
No, but that's the thing. Go and watch a compilation of their mistakes. Yeah. And Phil Jones, obviously. Go watch a compilation of their mistakes. Bam, all their mistakes together cannot be compared to one Harry Maguire video.
Agreed.
Every game that he plays, he's adding more and more compilations. Fam, his compilation is nearly 20 hours long by now.
Do you remember? Do you remember what that one such thing that they were doing? And Henderson's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, bro,
I saw that video. He was like 42, 43. Jordan Henderson was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, bruv?" Like, you know that look like to say, bruv, who let him in here? You know them ones there where it's like, who let him in? Who let him join?
That's the
Who
only
brought
time I
your
rated
brethren?
Jordan Henderson.
You know them
for
ones
that. I
there
was
where you're looking and like, who let this Donny in this
Fam,
rondo, bruv?
his compilation, yeah, of mistakes and errors and is so long. It takes up a whole football match. Like it's ridiculous. Mustafi's only like 4 minutes, and it's some are repeated. Maguire has got stuff from you forget some stuff that he's done. Like man's been pulling down his own defenders, kicking freaking
kicking Sean and
flipping. How are you tackling your own? Oh, hey, get him out of here, please. Please, he needs to get drafted to Ireland, fam. I don't even think Ireland would take him with his name at Maguire, but he needs to get drafted somewhere.
Listen, bruv. Not even places like Geneva are taking this guy, bruv.
You know what? I wish. You know what I wish? I wish Drogba was still playing. Because can you imagine
Oh,
Drogba?
could you imagine?
I would.
Could you imagine it?
I'll be laughing.
Bruv, we thought Senderos versus Drogba was bad, bruv. Oh, could you imagine what Drogba would have done to Harry Maguire in his prime? Nah, no joke, Tim, bruv. Like, honestly, but yeah, people, anyway, we got to move on. But listen, we do. Go on for days, bruv. But like, listen, this fridge needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped, and he
Harry
literally
Maguire
needs to be
out.
stopped.
Is electric.
Please, we need to get a movement.
He needs to be
We need to get a movement.
trending.
Harry Maguire out. Yeah,
He needs to be trending.
Out of football, not even out of the club. Out of football, bro.
Exactly, out of football.
Bro,
that's
he's
it.
so
like,
bad. He's bro. It's not even a joke.
Oh man, but people, yeah, we're gonna move on because we need to talk about. Listen, it's derby weekend. Two massive games this weekend. Obviously, seeing as we're talking about Harry Maguire, let's talk about a game that he's not going to be involved in, and that
Fingers crossed.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I think Varane's fit. I think Varane came back fine.
I think he's fit. Yeah.
So yeah, let's move into it's the Manchester derby this weekend. City versus United. City being at home. Obviously, City unbeaten in the league, a point off the top. United on a 4-game win streak. Truth, go for it. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are going guns. The Ten Hag factor.
He's defending.
I think the last time was the Arsenal game that we done the poddy, innit?
Yeah.
Yes. What's the last result? Oh no, you guys got cancelled, didn't it?
Yeah, we got.
Yeah. So our last result
Yeah,
was the Arsenal win.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys should be confident heading into this game. Flying high, Ten Hag factor. That win over us, which I predicted, unfortunately, came true, but it's the way I saw it coming. So what I would say now is that Man United have gone back to Ole football, but with better players as of right now, because I don't think Ten Hag can make these guys play his way and get results. So the counter-attack is there, and you guys have a more solid defense and arguably better players that can hurt you. That being said, this is a notorious match where Ole used to get results against City before it all started going downhill for him last season. But he used to get results because their counter-attack is so potent. I think their counter-attack is even more potent now. So my question is, are you guys confident? Are you guys confident about this game? Do you guys think you have enough to get a result? Not a win, just a result at City.
You know what? It depends. Like, I don't know if it's Rashford playing.
I think he's back in training.
Yeah, he said he's going to be fit for this game.
You know what it is? I think that we can get a draw. I don't think Man United will win. But the reason why I say that is because I don't think our attack is strong enough at this moment. And that's what worries me, because I think this Man City team, they're gettable in comparison to how they've been in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
I think now what they've done is, and I know you guys have been watching their football, they still control games, but it's not the crisp passing that we're used to see, because obviously they have a player in Haaland where they're trying to play to his strengths now, from what I see.
Yeah.
So it's the standard one ball to De Bruyne. De Bruyne will always pick him out because he'll always make the run. But I think that we can negate their defense. I think that it's going to be very important who Haaland sticks on, if you know what I mean, because I think he'll be the main deciding factor in this game, if I'm being honest. If we can prevent the ball from getting to him, and because I think that, weirdly enough, as good as De Bruyne is as a player, one thing he lacks is when he's in the actual middle, if you actually watch his game, he doesn't like being pressed. I wouldn't say he's that press resistant. I think he's a very good player. I think he's technically in the final third, his final decision making and his passing is amazing. But in the final third, if we're able to like stop that, I think that kind of beats half the problems Man City will pose. I reckon we got a decent chance. I still think Man City are the favourites, if I'm being honest. The best that Man United can hope for a draw. But I'm hoping that that we kind of stop De Bruyne and Haaland, which I think is possible, and our defense holds on, if I'm being honest, because that's the way I see we're going to get the result. Because at this moment in time, our attack isn't the strongest, barring a couple of players, and I think that their difference is their attack, but they're not as good as they were on the ball as they have been for the past few seasons. So that's where I'm coming from.
I think just looking at the game it's such a weird one because obviously, as I said, the counter attack is very potent against this Man City side currently right now. I think John Stones is injured. I'm not sure about Diaz. I know Laporte was, I think he was training, but I don't think he's ready yet. So they've got who they got? Is Diaz fit?
And Diaz is fit, so it's Diaz and
Okay.
Akanji or Diaz and Ake.
Oh, so they're gonna have a makeshift backline. Defensively, I think Man City have looked shaky all season. I think you could get at them, especially from set pieces. And I think this is the one game where I believe Ten Hag will actually play Casemiro and McTominay, because I think playing Bruno and Eriksen is asking for trouble.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. But as ST said, I'm not sure that your forward line is creative enough without Eriksen to do any damage.
That's why you drop Bruno.
Of course, I think you drop Bruno. I think you actually do drop Bruno in the game, but Bruno's a captain, so he will not be.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But wishful thinking.
He's not going to be dropped. Jury's still out on a few of your players. Sancho, I think, can have a good game. Rashford can show up. Don't get me wrong. I know he scored 2 against us, but I'm still not sold on Rashford.
Oh no, he hasn't played well. If you understand what I mean, like he scored
I actually
goals.
I think Martial would have been brilliant for this game, to be honest.
He was. Martial's the reason why we are not winning this game.
Yeah.
If he was fit and he played, I think we could win this game.
Yeah, I think Martial would have been a huge issue. I think this is United's first real challenge, to be honest. Like, I know they played us the last game, but we all know about Arsenal at Old Trafford and that judge is still full in effect. So we weren't going to do anything. But this City is going to really test how good this backline is. And what I would say is that, look, I thought we got at United. I thought we got at you a lot for 60 minutes. So just imagine a team that are better on the ball and have the most lethal striker in the world on the football pitch. Like, remember, Haaland's not going to be worried about not touching the ball. He's just going to keep making those wrongs. And he's going to be playing on the shoulder of Martinez. Is that an issue for you?
100%. 100%. I think, listen, I'm one of the people that haven't made a big hoo-ha about Martinez's size. But Haaland is, bruv, he's a freak. He's a freak. And I think that we could potentially see a Drogba sender-off situation with Haaland and Martinez. And that's not me calling Martinez crap. I'm just thinking Haaland is just that good that he could give Martinez a torrid time. And even Varane, he could give Varane a hard time
I think Varane's too smart
as well.
I like Varane.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm not coming from a place of these two defenders aren't good enough. I just think Haaland is that good that he's going to cause anyone problems, but more so Martinez when his size really does become a problem against Haaland.
What I believe you guys have to stop. I know ST said KDB, but I think you guys have to stop Cancelo. I think you guys have to stop Cancelo.
Cancelo's another one. It's going to be very difficult to stop him because, listen, there's two players that three. There's three players that, I'm not going to say cannot. There's three players that should not start this game. Bruno, Anthony, CPR. Those three players should not start this game.
Agreed.
Who starts instead of Anthony?
Away at City, put Elanga in. Away at City, put Elanga in. Anthony, what I've seen from Anthony is not what we need, because I've seen is
why not though?
Because there's two things that I've seen from the couple games that I've seen him. Doesn't track back. Doesn't want to track back. Second thing is too long on the football. Long on the football. I saw it against Arsenal, and I also saw it in the Europa League game. He spends too long on the football. And I think being on that side with Cancelo could have a field day. So I personally, on that side, I play Elanga in front ahead of Dallo and just say, work your asses off. Play Jadon the other side and say, Jadon, you're going to be the one that's going to have to be the one to try and get forward. And then obviously Rashford through the middle. 100% agree with you. Casemiro has to come in. It should be Bruno getting dropped. It's not going to be the case. So Eriksen probably will be on the bench. And as I said, Rashford starts. I said CPR cannot be in this game because he doesn't offer us nothing on the counter attack, and he doesn't offer us nothing in terms of holding up the ball. So there's no point in playing him.
I'm not gonna lie. At the moment, I just don't feel your team is equipped right now to face a Man City because there's still too many holes. I know you're saying drop Bruno, but Eriksen isn't going to be the one running around. At least Bruno will get himself about.
But the thing is, but we don't need that because we shouldn't be playing a high press. We shouldn't be playing a high press away at City. So we don't need that. You're going to have a low block. You will have a low block. We're going to have a low block. And what I need is Casemiro and McTominay to give the ball. And when they play that ball into into the number 10, I need someone that can pass a football 5 yards or pass a football because that's what I need. And Bruno's not that guy. And we've seen Bruno's record in the big games. It's abysmal. Yeah. It's abysmal. And that's why I say Eriksen should play. Don't get me wrong, realistically, I can see Casemiro come in. He has to. If Ten Hag goes into that game with Eriksen, McTominay, and Bruno in his midfield, I'm going to have to call him out. That's you being too arrogant for your own good. This is City away. As much as we cussed Ollie showed the formula. Aston Villa showed it earlier in the season. Teams have shown how you can get at this City side. Counter-attacking set pieces. We are nowhere near good enough to go toe-to-toe with them. So we have to change it up. If he goes with the same team that he's been playing, we could get beaten by a lot. If we're not careful. So as much as we don't want to be negative, we have to be realistic going into this game. And I think that if we do play that team that I played, and then obviously you've got the likes of Anthony to come off the bench. Obviously, it probably will be Christian Eriksen to come off the bench. CPR, we could get a draw. Like, I'm not going into this game with the doom and gloom that I once had, but I still think City win this game because of the Haaland factor. But ST is 100% right. We need to stop KDB facilitating Haaland. And I think if we play Elanga on that side, I think that just gives Cancelo a little bit of a problem because there's going to be someone with him at all times. So I can agree with the both of you in terms of the players that we have to stop, KDB and João Cancelo, in terms of that creative force for Haaland.
In terms of what a win would do for you guys, though.
Oh wow!
What would a win do for United away at City? Surely it puts them not in a title race. No, I'm not going to say title race, but surely it puts them front and center in terms of a top four.
I'd say it gives us a lot of confidence for the season, if I'm being honest, because, and it also kind of, in a way, justifies what Ten Hag has been doing in terms of the personnel he's been picking. So he's going to be thinking, "Rah, I'm right at least," and he'll more than likely pick the players that are playing based on form. So I think that it will help us because I think the top 4 race is wide open.
It is, I believe so though.
So
But
after number
that being
1,
said though,
yeah, go on.
go
No,
on.
go on.
No, go.
No, it's
Finish.
cool, it's cool. Yeah.
Command a different point.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, because from Man City, I think will win it. I think it's still very, very tight from 2 to like 6. And
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
if Man United do win, we're definitely in that spot for second place, 2nd to 6 or the Champions League. So that's what I'm hoping. If we do win, I don't think we will, but if we do win, that's what it'll do for us.
But I'm saying that one thing that can't happen is you guys get battered.
No.
Like I think United are still in such a delicate situation that they cannot get hammered.
Yeah.
Like even a good performance, if you guys lose like 2-1 or 3-1, there will still be a good feel-good factor. Yeah, look, we're still at the start of a new phase. We went to City, Etihad, and Messi have a hard game. I think you guys can take a 2-1 or a 3-1. But what can't happen is a 5-0 or 4-0 or 4-1. Like it has to be a tight game.
No, I agree. Because what's gonna
Yeah.
happen is that if it's a tight game, like if it becomes 5-0, 6-0, again, it's kind of similar to what TJ said before about in terms of Southgate. The media will be on him. Oh, why is he not
Harry
playing
Maguire in?
Is it?
Sure.
Why is he not?
Back in?
Why is he not playing Roberto Carlos?
Harry Maguire is praying that we get battered on Sunday.
Yeah, he is.
He is legit.
Look, I actually think, I believe in my heart of heart that he's that low. Like I believe he's that low.
Yeah.
He's praying that we get battered, because if we get battered, it goes, oh, well, Harry Maguire should have been playing. What a difference Harry Maguire would have made in that game. The leadership that he would have brought with, bruv, this guy looking like Johnny Bravo, saying, the leadership skills. Like, bruv, get out of here, bruv. Bruv, when someone's just a frigging bozo, bruv, like Bozo the Clown, that is Harry Maguire, bruv. And he'll be praying that we get absolutely hammered on Sunday, but we cannot afford to get battered in this game. But it can happen. It could happen, especially if But the truth, the only way I can see it happening is if I said, if Ten Hag goes in with that same team that he's been playing, because I think we'll be way too open, and it can happen. Whereas I think that if he plays a similar team to what I've said, I could see us losing the 2-1, 3-1. But if he plays that open team that he's been playing, oh my Lord, it could be a massacre. And that will bring us right back to where we were the Brentford game. And that's what we don't need. We need to keep this feel-good factor going. And if we go to the Etihad, play our socks off, and then we lose, it's fine. But we cannot get hammered, because that could bring us right back to the point of no return, which is what we don't need. But I think ST and I we're a lot more optimistic, but
I'll say
know
definitely so. I trust his defense, if I'm being honest. And the guy in my default pick has been playing very well internationally and this season as well. So
who's that?
Delo, he's been playing very well this.
Yeah, surprisingly, I've
always rated him
that highly. I don't rate him that highly, but he's doing a job.
What it is with Delo? People don't rate him defensively. I've never had a problem with him going forward. I think he's technically very good. I just think that because AC Milan wanted him, and there's a reason why AC Milan wanted him. It's different. You know what sort of teams people. You know how good certain players are when certain teams want them. I feel personally nowadays, but obviously Diogo Dalot's. Sometimes he goes. You can tell that this guy was a right winger, if you understand what I mean. When he was growing up, you can tell how some defenders aren't. But I think that he's going to be very important, because I think Cancelo should be on his side, right?
Yeah, Cancelo will be playing left back. Yeah.
and they both know each other.
Cancelo's playing inside. He's going to be, so when they're attacking, he's going to play inside forward.
And that's a problem. That's a problem because it's one of the big problems that Wan-Bissaka had when we used to play Arsenal, when Aubameyang would tuck inside and he didn't know what to do. And these are the things this is why I think it's very important that we play Casemiro and McTominay. As much as we get onto McTominay a lot, he's been in decent form.
Oh, he's been playing well.
And he's gonna have McTominay's gonna have a lot of work to do on that side. And don't get me wrong, putting Casemiro in this game is a risk because he hasn't played much football. But I think
he played for Brazil, did he?
Yeah, he played for Brazil, but I'm talking about in terms of the league, the Premier League. But his experience will be massive in this game, massive. And listen, we hope we can get something out of it. But if we don't, as long as it's not a massacre, I won't be
you can take it
too disheartened. Nah, 100% too disheartened, bruv. Like honestly, but from a City perspective, they just need to go out and do business as usual because it's all on Pep. If Pep were not to win this game, questions would be asked, I believe, because I think if he were not to win this game, and Haaland, if we could stop Haaland from scoring, and if we were to get a draw, people will start trying to call City a one-man team. That's the best that we can hope for. But I think it'll be regular business as usual. Like I think with City, the defense isn't great. Rashford's going to have to try and capitalize when he can. Especially if it is especially if Ruben Diaz isn't fit and it's a Kanji and Ake, we have to get at them. We have to get at them if that's going to be their centre back pairing. And Carl Walker's not in the greatest form, so we can get at that back.
Man City haven't been playing well this season. I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. They haven't.
It's the Haaland brothers, bruv.
They've changed his style.
It's the Android 13, bruv. Like, bruv, the Haaland factor. That, bruv, that he's the difference. Him and KDB, bruv. This telepathic relationship that they've got is the problem. And because I'm not scared of. As much as I love Jack Grealish, I'm not scared of him. Phil Foden, all right, he can cause a little bit of problems. Obviously, Bernardo Silva is a massive problem. He loves playing us. So Bernardo Silva is another man that we need to stop.
I think one person that can be also very key is Gundogan. Him controlling the midfield. That's a problem. That is a problem because I rate him
his
really
late runs.
Very intelligent.
Yeah, because McTominay is bad at tracking as well. So
exactly. So, bruv, City, as much as City ain't playing great, they never start great anyway, and bruv, they're still winning, bruv. So, all we can hope for is that, like, obviously after the international break, all we can hope for is that they're a little bit rusty. Going into this game, I think that's the only hope.
Fair enough.
We gotta move on. Because there's another big game on Saturday, and that is the North London derby. It is the Premier League leaders versus third place Spurs at the Emirates. Obviously, we know, Arsenal, top of the league, 18 points, Spurs on 17. Obviously, both teams vying for the title with Man City. Truth. You lot obviously coming off a fantastic result. Obviously, a lot of people thought that the Brentford game was going to be difficult considering what happened the season before, but Arsenal went there and made it look very, very easy. Obviously, the momentum is there. Obviously, North London derby, it's at the Emirates, so that's a home win straight away. Like, it's not even really a question, to be honest. So, bro, I don't even really want your thoughts because, just tell me how much Arsenal are going to win by, because, we know Spurs ain't going to win. So, you know what I mean? Just to humour the people, just tell us what you think of the game and how you think it's going to pan out.
Look, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm one of those instinct people, and I'm actually quite confident. But the thing is that we don't have Thomas Partey, so anything can happen.
Huh?
He got injured on national duty.
Oh my days!
Yeah, which
doesn't matter at Emirates. If it was at White Hart Lane, then it's different.
Nah, Partey, our team with Partey and without Partey are huge.
It's different. I noticed it as well.
If Partey plays at United, we win. Like I believe at Old Trafford, if Partey plays, we win because he just sits in front of that back four and he does what he does. There's no one that's getting close. I don't know, things are working. So yeah, no one gets close to him. So it's huge for me if Partey doesn't play, and that's my big concern. If Partey plays, then I'm really confident that we get the win because it's like Spurs remind me of City right now. They're not playing well, but they are picking up results. That Leicester game,
Crazy.
They could have been 3-2, 4-2 down. Luis pulled off some 2 great saves at 2-2. And they go and Son just gets a hat-trick and wins. But as I keep saying, when you know that a team's gonna play 3 at the back, you adjust your midfield. And that's what teams are starting to do. They're like, oh, you're playing 3 at the back. Okay, if you're gonna play 4 in the middle, we're gonna play 5 in the middle. If you play 5 in the middle, we're gonna have our fullbacks pushing up to leave 2 versus 1 on the wings. Teams are much more accustomed against playing 3 at the back. It's not sustainable, and yeah, I'm really confident. I really am. I don't normally say that about this Arsenal team, but at this moment in time, I just don't rate this Spurs team. And I've got a guy who's flipping. He's so confident. I told him, look, he's not even saying it with his chest. At the start of the season, he said home and away, Tottenham are gonna win, and then now he's just saying it quietly, quietly, so no one could hear him. But yeah, I'm confident. I think the win is there. I'm not scared of this Tottenham team as of right now. I know Kane's scoring goals, but it's like he's still dropping too deep. I know Son got a hat-trick, but before that he was pants. Maybe it might be a wake-up call for him. Kulusevski might be out because he's injured. Lloris might be injured. I'm not scared of this Tottenham team. There's nothing to be scared of. Like, they got Basuma, but they're not playing him. Richarlison, as good as he is, he's so hot and cold sometimes. Like, but he has played well for Tottenham, so I give them that. Richarlison may cause some issues, but I'm not scared of this Tottenham, so I'm not.
No, I don't listen. I don't blame you, and it's not for the fact that players are injured. It's not for the fact of the 3-5-2. It's not for the fact that the negative football. It's because it's at the Emirates. It's the Emirates. It's at the Emirates, bruv. Like this.
But they got to draw at Stamford Bridge, so.
Right, but it's the Emirates. Like, bruv, it's the one time where even expressions is like, bro, all I can hope for is a draw at best. Like, he's literally like, all I can hope, bro, because it's the Emirates. Like, Spurs don't do well at the Emirates. We know that. But truth, here's the problem, right? And this is the only problem that I see from an Arsenal perspective, in terms of causing you problems. You played us, and obviously you lost the game. We kind of showed the blueprint of how to beat you lot in terms of the style of football. And it is the exact style of football that Spurs play in terms of drawing you in and then playing on the counter-attack. And Spurs probably have the most potent counter-attack in the league with Sugarcane Son, and if Kulusevski's fit. Do you bear that in mind as Arteta, or do you ignore all that because you're at home and go out and play your game?
Because we're top of the league, we ignore all that and just go out and play. What I will say is that we can't be naive again. I'm looking to see from Arteta, and I'm his biggest critic. He needs to be learning from his mistakes. Still play our football, but if we go 1-0 down, we need to be composed. We can't be sending people forward to try come back. If it's 1-1, we compose ourselves, keep our shape. We cannot be stupidly gung-ho. You can't be naive again, man. This team needs to learn and learn fast to get this naivety. And this is where I think Thomas Partey plays a huge role in that midfield, because when players are losing their head, he will be the one to calm everyone down. He's the oldest guy, he's one of the elder statesmen. And when he gets the ball, no one can really challenge him in that midfield. Like, he's really dominant in that midfield. So I'm hoping he is fit. But we can't be naive again. I'm tired of this big 6 record. As I said, we lost the Big Six league last year, and Man United were in that league. Like, I don't know how that's possible. Man United were in the Big Six league, and we lost. We lost it still. We came last, dead last by far. So it's something that we have to start putting right now. I'm tired of. Obviously, at home we do have a decent record against Tottenham, but it's just a Big Six game that we need to just start winning more of them. And I'm not talking about the likes of Tottenham. I'm talking about the likes of Spurs away, Man United away, Liverpool at home or away, Man City at home or away, Chelsea away. So yeah, we need to do better in this regard. So that's the challenge for us. It's a Big Six game. Are we gonna get? We know we're gonna get up for it. We start fast nowadays. But are we going to have the composure to go and grab the win comfortably like we should, like I believe that we should do?
It's always been comfortable though at the Emirates. As I said, Spurs haven't won there for 9 years. Obviously last season, I can't remember what was it, 3, 4? Was it 3-0?
No, 3-1.
3-1. It's always truth. What happens if you don't win?
I think it's not if we don't win, it's the manner. Because I believe the way the table is this season is that there's going to be loads of ups and downs. And I think we're very good, not very good, but I think we're better equipped against the lower teams. But not winning this game is going to put us in huge trouble because right afterwards we got Liverpool, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we got Liverpool.
You've got a very hard October.
Yeah, very hard. And then we got a rescheduled game against Man City that's going to be lumped in somewhere. Who knows? Our schedule is going to be rough again because we've got to play PSV. It's going to be so cramped. So not winning against this Tottenham side is going to be a big blow to confidence. And we can't afford that. Just like you guys can't afford to get battered against City, I just don't think we could afford to lose this game. It has to be a draw at minimum.
A draw?
A dominant draw.
Would you accept a draw?
No, at minimum, at bare minimum. It has to be at least a draw. And a dominant draw, not a draw where we're pulling a goal back or something. It has to be a dominant draw. We're controlling the game, but they get a sucker punch. That's the least I expect. Because that way, that's the only result that won't affect confidence. But if we lose, then Arteta will I'll have to answer questions again. And I know what the questions they are. And he's going to be the one where I don't think he's a man to get us over the line. He's a man to get us where we are right now, but to get us over the line, we may need someone better if he's not able to beat Tottenham at home, especially this Tottenham side right now. So, yeah, I'm not humoring anything but a win, but I'll take a minimum draw at minimum, but a loss would be for me catastrophic with the run that we have coming up left.
No, I hear you. I don't think a loss. I don't think. Listen, you don't have to win. I'm sorry. Like at home at Emirates, I think a win is the only option. Unless obviously some freak thing happens where you not go down to 10 men or something like that. Like I think a win is the only requirement. Anything less isn't good enough considering the record that Arsenal have, and no matter what Spurs side turn up. ST from a Spurs perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously they're unbeaten in the league as well, haven't lost. Mm-hmm. A lucky away draw at Chelsea, an away draw against West Ham. From your perspective, how do you see the Spurs approach? Will Spurs think that they need to win this, or will they be going into it saying as long as we don't lose, we'll be all right?
If I'm talking about Conte's mentality, he always puts up teams not to lose, if I'm being very honest. And the way that Tottenham have been playing, they ain't been playing well. And one thing you need to take into account as well, I think you mentioned the Man United and Arsenal game. Tottenham don't have as much pace as Man United do.
Yeah.
So could be, that's why I'm thinking I'm going towards Arsenal, because, yeah, what they can do, they can take things out. For example, I think Tottenham, they can hold out, but I don't think Tottenham have the best defenders at the moment. I think Romero is decent, but then a lot of the other defenders are not really great. And I think that if Arsenal play the team that they should play with Jesus and stuff like that, I just think that Arsenal will be too strong for them. And I think Arsenal are still playing very good football. But then, I don't see Tottenham, because you said Kulusevski's injured, isn't he?
He's got a fitness test.
Fitness test.
I think he's vital. I think if he doesn't play Arsenal, it's even easier.
Yeah, he don't play Arsenal.
You know Richarlison?
Different players for Arsenal need.
I think in this game, considering the way how Spurs are going to play, Kulusevski and Son are vital on the counter-attack. I think if you have Richarlison's not that type of player. I think Richarlison could have an impact if he's come off the bench, but for him to start, especially with Spurs playing on a counter-attacking isn't really Richarlison's style. No. So, I think that's why I think Kulusevski and Son are vital, absolutely vital. I think if either of those two don't play, I think it's even easier for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting game. I find it very, very interesting because in a sense, it could go either way. I think
the connotations that happens.
Arsenal could absolutely blitz Spurs, or Spurs can literally sit in and then just absolutely kill Arsenal on the counter attack like they did last season to Man City and the Etihad. It's one of them ones where anything could happen. I think that's what makes this game very intriguing. But if you go based on history and everything else, bruv, listen, it's an Arsenal win all day long. Truth, quickly, what are you anticipating from Arteta? How's he playing?
Usual, right? At the moment, I think he's enjoying us just going out there and just trying to impose our football. Which, look, to be fair, is what I've always wanted from him. I'm not, I'm fair. I give credit where it's due, especially in regards to Arteta. I've always wanted him to go out and play attacking football. And look, he's doing it. I thought he was a little bit too naive at United. But at the end of the day, we didn't go there and give United the ball. We're not going to do that anymore I don't think, to any team. I think he believes in these players and he's trying to get these players to start believing in themselves in terms of just go out there, let's impose ourselves, impose our football. Our starts have been very frantic. We're starting very quickly. So, let's see how it goes. And I think I'm confident right now. As of right now, my instincts are telling me we win comfortably. But who knows? As you said, it could go either way.
Fair enough. And people, listen, there's two massive games on the weekend. North London derby and Manchester derby. Bragging rights are what is on the line right now because it's very early in the season. Obviously, for United, it's a case of can we show everybody that we are serious. For City, it's like, just shut United down again, try and get back to going to the top of the league. Obviously, Arsenal and Spurs. For Spurs, it's North London derby. It's a case of being Arsenal at the Emirates, something they haven't been able to do in ages. And for Arsenal, it's just solidifying the fact that they're in the title race. So there's a lot to be considered, and there's a lot on the line.
We're only 22 points away from survival, guys. That's what I'm saying.
But truth, let's move on to Prem predictions. Let's bro, I can't even remember. Bro, it's been so long. I don't.
The joke is, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't even have my.
Yeah, I was gonna say who's winning.
Yeah, I don't even have my thing. I don't even have my results from last time.
Oh, don't worry about that. Let's just go through the fixtures, innit?
I bet TJ's winning probably.
Nah. I think I don't even know who won the last time, but I know it weren't me. That I was calling some next level results, bro. I can't even remember, to be honest. But I don't think.
I think I won last time because obviously I predicted Arsenal to beat Man United. So I think I won that one.
Yeah, because I think I won that one.
Was that the last one? Yeah, that means so we've already done it then. We did it then. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so let's go.
Yeah, but this week, someone helped me to think. I only know that obviously the two fixtures. Who are Liverpool?
So the first game is the first game is the North London derby.
Yeah. Who did Chelsea
go first?
Chelsea are away at Palace. Liverpool are at home to Brighton, and then it's the Manchester derby.
Ooh.
Okay, let's go with the North London derby first.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll
man.
go first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3-1 Arsenal. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Arsenal. TJ.
4-2 Arsenal.
Ooh, 4-2 memories of that Aubameyang game. ST.
I was gonna say 40. I was gonna say 3-2. I think there'll be goals in this, bro.
Yeah, so do I.
There always is. I think it's the highest scoring fixture in Premier League history. That and the Liverpool game, I think. Liverpool Newcastle. Next game is
Palace.
you said is it
Chelsea.
Palace away?
Yeah, Palace Chelsea.
Palace Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. That is a bloody tough game.
Boy.
Flipping hell. What do you pick for that? TJ, you can go first.
1-1. 1-1.
Yeah, I guess so. SC.
2-1 Crystal Palace.
Oh.
That's not even unbelievable. Chelsea.
That's it's a controversial one, but I'm just like, as much as I
think the international game the international fixture was just so bad for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Potterball. I just want to see how Potterball's gonna go, bro.
Yeah, but Havertz did score midweek, so maybe he's confident. Yeah, it's a hard one. I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2. I don't think Palace are gonna be scared of the Chelsea side.
No.
I'm gonna go 2-2. You said Liverpool Brighton. ST.
Fucking hell. Liverpool are terrible at the moment.
Nah, they got some players back, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. 3-1 Liverpool.
I'm Brighton lost Potter, so I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool. I think Darwin Núñez shows his class.
You see his training videos, yeah?
Apparently he's a bad man in FIFA 23 years, so
boy.
So don't disrespect Darwin, fam. I told you 20 goals this season. 20.
The thing is, it's not even crazy to say that. He's just bad.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
You're close to leaving the club.
I'm very close to having to issue an apology to you guys because I'm not gonna lie, that Everton game, yeah, kind of worried me. The Everton game, I actually sat and watched the Everton game. I was like, Bumbaclap, this guy, like, what's going on in his head? Like, what's going on in his head? So I'm close to issue. I might be close to issuing another freaking apology, man. These strikers are trying to deceive, man. I believe.
Truth,
yeah,
please. We need to save you from this. Like, we like you. You know football, but I don't know what this guy's got a hold on you or something. I'm not making the same mistake with Lukaku. Yeah, I'm not doing it. And he's worse than Lukaku. He's worse. At least Lukaku.
No.
He's worse.
He's got will, fam. Lukaku don't even have will. Once you don't have will, you're finished, fam. Lukaku doesn't have will as a footballer, man.
No. At least Lukaku has done stuff. What's this guy done? Nothing. Lukaku's dead as well.
Nah, come on, man. At least Darwin has scored against big teams, man. You can't say that.
I can't even say that's facts.
DJ.
2-0 Liverpool. I think he's actually going to score both goals.
Yes, TJ's not coming round.
No.
You're gonna be a believer.
Bro, this guy is so rubbish, bro. Like, bro, I just like watching him so I can laugh. Like, he's so crap.
Oh man,
he's so rubbish. Bruv, he is Lukaku reincarnated, bruv.
Oh my God.
Bruv, that is who he is, fam.
You shouldn't even call him Andy Carroll. At least Andy Carroll has a touch, bro.
Uruguayan
Andy Carroll did
Andy.
have a touch, you know.
Uruguayan Andy.
Last one is the Manchester derby. Let's go to TJ.
2-0 City.
This guy is talking about going to game with confidence. A man said 3-0 City.
He said 2-0.
2.
Yeah, 2-0.
Oh, okay. About to say. All right, 2-0 ST.
1. No, 2.
You
Sorry,
don't
2.
even believe that, so don't even do it.
Nah. You
I
know
was
you
even
went 1-1.
No.
I know you want to say 1-1. This
Yeah, well,
fam,
fuck it.
believe in 10 hard.
Look, yeah. 1-1.
Believe
1-1.
in 10 out of 10.
1-1. I don't know why I'm doing it, but 1-1.
10 out of 10. That's why. I'm gonna go. I got 2 results in my head.
I had 2-1 in my head.
No, I got 3 results in my head. I say Man City get a 2-1 and it's
That's
tight.
what I had in my head.
I go Man United score first and get a 1-1 draw and they take away confidence. Or I think Man City just batter you guys silly. No, I'm gonna go 2-1 Man City. I thought about the battering, but I don't feel it at all. I don't feel
I was gonna go
batter
2-1, but I said, you know what? Let me be the optimistic one for once. You know.
you. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 City. That's it.
I hope I'm right. Anyway.
4 games.
I don't know. That's wishful thinking. That's what I'll say. But listen, miracles have happened, bro. Look, even Ollie got a couple of miracles at the Etihad. And to be fair, our record isn't that bad. I think we've won 3 of the last 5 there. So, you know what I mean?
But lost the last 2 though.
Yeah, I lost the last 2. So
hopefully Touré's in the ground, you know how he doesn't like Guardiola. Judge on him, you know what I mean?
But people, listen, let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think of Bottlegate. Are you Bottlegate in? Are you Bottlegate out? Does he deserve to go? Should he be given the chance at the World Cup? Or is it right to sack him now? Let us know what you think of that fridge on toes, Harry Maguire. Is he actually the worst footballer that's ever played the game? Should he be sacked from football and sent? Right, but you know Harry Maguire is one of them players, but you know he should be just working in coal mines. He just looks like that type of person. He should be working in coal mines, bro. Like, that's what he should be doing. But yeah, let us know what you think about Harry Maguire. Let us know what you think about the 2 derbies. Manchester derby, big one. Can United get a result at the Etihad, or are City just going to steamroller? North London derby, is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Spurs? Is it going to be business as usual for Arsenal at the Emirates against Spurs? Or can Conte and Sugarcane, who obviously is the all-time leading goal scorer in the North London derby, can he get something going on? And let us know your Prem predictions. What do you think? Do you agree with our predictions? Do you not? Let us know what you think. We want to hear from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very, very much to my guys, The Truth and ST, as usual. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Back
you, man.
after a break, after our international break.
Yeah, man.
It's good to be back, people. Listen, it's been great. I enjoyed it, but I am disappearing into sabbatical again. I know I said it on Fight Talk, but this time I will be on sabbatical. Yeah. So I am handing over to The Truth, ST, Tooth, Cooking with Rash, whoever shows up. I don't think Mr. AKA, because I think he's going to be on sabbatical with me very soon. But I will be handing over to the man there. As I said, I will be still be working in the background. I will be popping up every now and again to jump on with the man them, but it won't be consistent, not for a little bit still. Listen, the content's still going to be coming out. The man them are still going to be here putting out that great content. Man. So make sure you keep tuning in. But people, listen, stay safe. Listen, in this cost of living crisis, stay safe out there. Try and keep that heating on if you can. If you can't, make sure you wrap up warm.
Get a greenhouse and start growing your own veg, guys. Go buy a cow so you can get your own milk.
I apologize
You
on
got-
all. I apologize on behalf of all Ghanaians. Kwesi is messing up. He's messing up.
Listen. We're gonna have to, bruv. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have to start going out on the streets, bruv. Like to be trying to survive this.
That's what I'm saying, fam. We might need to start going back to what we were born to do. I'll start shotting, fam.
Go back to the roots.
I'm telling you.
But yeah,
You
people,
go back on that grind.
but people, stay safe out there. Be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.